Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unpopular Review.
Thank you all for clicking on our faces.
New flag with all that.
Okay, so I wrote down some notes.
Let's do that. I don't want to sit too hard.
That's twice. That'll probably go over about as well as Colonel Defeat.
Because there was no Jay White sighting.
Okay, just straight up gangbanging.
This story has been fit.
You gotta pay attention.
So Unpopular Review does not. What is she the CEO of, Chris? Jesus, golly.
Let's start the show.
Hey, it's Mariah May. You may know me as The Glamour, and you're watching Unpopular Review.
What is going on, guys? It is another Wednesday night. You know what that means. AEW Dynamite Unpopular Review show for the hottest show for professional wrestling on television right now. I'm one of your hosts, Dan the Man, along with my other co-host, Venomous Vincent. What's going on, buddy?
Nothing, man. Before we start the show, I just want to give out best wishes to Cactus Catie. Fly Eagles Fly. She's not doing so well tonight. She's in the hospital, so let's give our thoughts and prayers to her and her family, and get well soon.
Absolutely. Get well soon, Catie. You will be missed. All right, Vince. I know we got a lot to dive into here. We were talking about earlier. Let's do a quick little recap of WrestleDream. What did you think? What did you think of the show this past Saturday night?
I mean, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't. It wasn't. Sorry, it wasn't horrible. It just. I felt like it just. I felt like it took a while to get to the point. Everybody was waiting for Danielson, and we all knew that was the match of the night. So right. I'm not saying that any of the matches didn't really matter, but I think we all knew what the outcome of that match was going to be. So right. I think that was what was on everybody's mind.
Well, it was a long show, but I think that's what we've come to expect. And I think when you're paying, $50 a pop for them, you want to get your money out of it. I think AEW always does a good job of giving you the most value when it comes to their pay-per-views. And you can actually say pay-per-views and not PLEs. But
Tails the Fox's birthday. Happy birthday.
Tails the Fox.
I said Tails the Fox.
Oh, okay. Howard didn't think cartoon characters had birthdays, but all right, that's pretty cool. Happy birthday to Tails the Fox.
What's going on, Charmaine?
Oh. It's always whack, I don't know. It's terrible. It's terrible all the time. So
oh god.
Let's just do a quick little rundown. You're
so exhausted. We just got done doing the cross brand with Nico Knows Best. Guys, if you've not seen that, go over to Nico Knows Best on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I think it's Nico Extra on Facebook, Instagram, on Twitter.
Two X's, right? Two
X's. Man holds it down. He gives out belts. He gives out autographs. He does it all. Go check out Nico Knows Best.
Absolutely. All right. So 0 hour, we had the Ring of Honor World TV Championship, Atlantis Jr. against Machine Brian Cage. Brian Cage did end up becoming the new Ring of Honor World TV Champion. Harley Cameron against Anna Jay. Anna Jay did pick up the victory, get her on a nice little run here.
At all.
What's up?
I don't think anybody cares about Ring of Honor championships anymore.
No, I don't know. People are trying. This was a pretty interesting one. Eminem and Rico is now All Elite. Rico returned to manage them. I think that kind of fits.
Is that the
pretty
guy
well.
with the long sideburns?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes. Yeah, he was with Billy and Chuck. They went against the Acclaimed. So the Acclaimed ended up coming out on top, which is maybe pretty unfortunate, but good for them. So we end up coming up next with the 8-man tag team match. Geez, man, they just throw these matches together. The Outrunners with the conglomeration of Kyle O'Reilly and Orange Cassidy against the Premier Athletes, Woods, Davari, Dark Orders, John Silver, and Alex Reynolds. We had the Outrunners and conglomeration come out on top. Beyond that, Okada showed up, wanted to he had a little kind of backstage segment with Kyle O'Reilly. O'Reilly challenged him, didn't have a match for the night, and Okada told him hell no, bitch. So that was cool. Guess we're getting into a feud with these guys. Adam Page did end up Jay White did end up beating Adam Page. What did you think of that?
I'm very surprised that Jay White beat him, knowing that I think, Page is coming back and he has this new persona of the evil cowboy.
Right.
So I honestly do think that Page needed to win more than Jay White.
Well, Jay White did just kind of return, but yeah, I get it. It's weird seeing Adam Page lose to Jay White and then Jay White losing to Christian Cage. I think it kind of dilutes that win and makes Adam Page kind of a little weaker, unfortunately. So we did get Mariah May against Willow Nightingale for the Women's Championship. Mariah May does come out victorious. I know that Mariah May right now, I mean, she's awesome. I mean, I'm loving watching her. I'm loving her promos. She got a fantastic one tonight. But it just seems like something's missing right now from her title reign.
It's definitely not as strong as Toni Storm, I tell you that. I think Toni Storm's title reign, I think with Toni Storm, you went through phases, with her. And while Mariah May was with Toni Storm, she actually went through the phases with Toni Storm with all her changes and outfits. So I think now that they've done the heel turn, I compare this to like Cody Rhodes. We are waiting to hear Cody's story. Now we're waiting to see what Mariah May is going to do. And now I feel like there's nothing for her. She's just, it's just, she's out there. I mean, she's just another pretty face.
Agreed. Okay. Well, I mean, I think Mariah May is pretty great, though. I mean, I'm just going to say that.
I did compliment Toni Storm. Thank you so much.
Stop it. I don't know. No, I can't agree with all that. Jeez.
I mean, she did put me to sleep today, so I do understand that.
Stop it. I think she's great. TNT title match, Jack Perry against Shibata. Jack Perry did end up retaining. After the match, you had the returning MJF, and then you had Garcia came out to make the save for Shibata, returning MJF. Then you had a returning Adam Cole. So this is going to be kind of interesting to see where they go from here. And I'm kind of interested to see Adam Cole and MJF from here on. You want to add anything to that?
I'm going to tell you what, I really do think they waited too long for this. I know that Adam Cole has been out with an injury, but we've already seen a feud with Daniel Garcia. We've already seen a couple feuds now with MJF, and it's like now you're trying to go backwards and start a feud that, for number one, was a best friends feud where they were doing everything together. Then they turned on me. Then he turned on me, and then he got hurt. So now we have to wait 4 or 5 months, and now he's back, and it's like they're gonna restart this feud. I just don't think it's gonna work.
Well, it's weird seeing the face and the heel being opposite this time. I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense. But here we are. Osprey, Ricochet.
I'm doing good, Charmy. Just really tired tonight. You know?
So Osprey, Ricochet, and Takeshita for the International Championship. Takeshita does end up coming out victorious here. I actually thought this was a pretty fantastic match. Kyle Fletcher did end up turning on Will Ospreay. So
that was
going to
coming.
lead. Yeah, we all saw this coming. Pretty great match, though. I think this might have been the match of the night. Interesting segment backstage. Jerry Lynn talks to Orange Cassidy and essentially tells him, hey, you know, whenever you're ready, you could be the man. You just got to step up your game. And I thought this is a really interesting take because Orange Cassidy kind of has been the man, but he just really hasn't been the man. He's been the workhorse. But now it looks like he's going to get a big push. Could this possibly be the guy that ends up dethroning Jon Moxley? Who knows? Might be pretty interesting to see. So, Prince Nana, this was the Prince Nana MVP segment with the Swerve. Swerve ends up kind of basically telling MVP to kick rocks. He's staying with Nana. So we look like we're going to be getting a feud here with Benjamin MVP, potentially the rumors of the returning Bobby Lashley, and Swerve Strickland.
It's a crazy night going on at your house, huh, tonight?
Oh, every night. So,
I don't know how I feel about this whole Hurt business again. I just I think Tony Khan saw an opening for these guys, and now he's trying to capitalize on it. But you know, is it going to be the same? Is it going to work out? Are we going to actually give a shit?
Right. Well, we'll see. 2 out of 3 falls match. Hologram against the Beast Mordos. Hologram does end up coming out victorious with 2 falls to 1. It was a good match. But maybe the pace was a little off here for where it was in the show. Maybe this should have started. Just my opinion. This does make Hologram 15-0 right now in AEW.
Who's Hologram?
Hologram. He is a... Gosh, I guess he's a Lucha Libre wrestler. It's been pretty popular on Collision.
Oh, that's probably why I don't know that.
Yeah. So we have Darby Allin against Brody King. Darby does come out victorious. Brody did shake Darby's hand after the match. I thought that was a little interesting.
Well, you know, when AEW gets fire lit underneath their butt, they tend to turn the other cheek and make these guys shake hands.
Who knew? World AEW Tag Team Title match: Young Bucks against Private Party. Private Party impressed. They were pretty badass this match. I got to give them that.
Here we go, Chris. Here we go to the shenanigans. Yeah, I know.
What a burn. What a burn.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, jeez Louise. So, Ring of Honor World Title match: Mark Briscoe against Learning Trees, Chris Jericho. Mark
What's this
Briscoe
guy gonna learn? What is this guy gonna learn?
There's nothing to learn. There's nothing.
He's no good no more.
There's nothing. Then we had Bryan Danielson against Jon Moxley. Obviously, we know Jon Moxley did come out victorious. Wheeler Yuta turned away, and now against Bryan Danielson. AEW, the AEW roster pretty much came out to protect Bryan Danielson. It turned into a big mess after the Blackpool Combat Club just beat down Bryan Danielson, put him in the hospital. Really kind of interesting way to end the show. And this has got to be leading to something big happening, I would think. But I've been wrong before.
All right.
So, got that out of the way. Now, we can jump into the action tonight. Oh, jeez.
Yep, that's what I said.
9 minutes in, buddy. We got this. So we get the Adam Cole MJF segment to start off the show. Adam Cole is now full-on babyface. It's kind of strange to see this after he literally was just a heel just in May when we saw him last. So
I guess they don't know what to do with him because they can't keep him healthy. So they're going to try to do the storyline again. I just don't think it's going to work.
I mean, it's going to work. I just don't know if it's going to hit the same as it did before, and I don't think it will. But beyond that, you're gonna get some investment out of it because you have two great competitors. What's up, Jeff? How's it going, buddy?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. What's going on, Jeff?
So I'm guessing we're going to either see this at, help me out here, Full Gear or World's End. I mean, that's kind of where we're at with this.
What's next? Full Gear, then World's End?
Full Gear is coming up in November, and then World's End. But World's End is
review every month.
They're, for the most part.
Oh my God, I feel like they're just flooding the market with just pay-per-views.
I mean, if you could make the money, why not?
Yeah.
But I guess the betrayal happened at World's End, so maybe it makes sense to have the match at World's End.
Half Gear and Company's End.
And this guy thinks it's funny after AEW got a new TV deal that Company's End. What a clown. Oh, man. All right, so we get FTR against the Learning Tree. This was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
It's always good when you have FTR in the match, man. Those guys are what the potential of classic wrestling is. They are like a hard foundation. They are a quick tag back in, quick tag. They're probably one of the top tag teams of AEW.
Definitely are. I agree with that. And I think what we're going to get out of them now is, the Outrunners came out after the match. You have two teams, an FTR and the Outrunners, who are very 80s style, very classic. It'll be interesting to see if these two, form some kind of a rivalry of sorts or the direction they go with that. But obviously they are friendly right now. So maybe a healthy rivalry might make a lot of sense. And I think their styles and characters just kind of mesh well. So next week we find out we are getting a Ring of Honor ladder match with Chris Jericho and Mark Briscoe. Are you excited?
Oh, it's going to be a ladder match.
It's going to be a ladder match.
Yeah, I am excited. I don't know how Chris Jericho is going to do with this match because, he's old as dirt. And he's probably going to fall off the ladder, but, we'll see how it goes. I mean, It's probably better than whatever they've been really shoving down our throat.
I mean, anything could happen with this. It's a ladder match. So we shall see. It should be good. Ladder matches usually are.
Come on, Steve. They're not that bad. Come on. Don't be that.
Here we go with this clown. All right. So we get the MVP Shelton Benjamin in the Acclaim segment backstage. What did you think of that?
I'm just waiting. I'm wondering when this turn is going to happen. Are we going to, when are we going to see Bobby come in? Is it going to be at a pay-per-view? Is it going to be at a Dynamite? And it's the name of the game. Let's see how many people we can get to a recruit before Bobby comes in. I'm just going to, I know what they're doing. I know they're trying to set it up. But I feel like they're going in the wrong direction with this because they're causing a lot of enemies backstage.
Right. No, but I think that's the direction they're going with that. And I think it's only a matter of time until Billy Gunn is out of the Acclaim. All right. So let's go ahead to the next one. We have the TBS title match, Mercedes Moné against Queen Aminata.
I tell you what,
I
know that you guys are arguing about this in the chat, but I would tell you, Queen Aminata, she carried this match. I know you don't think so, but if you go back and watch how many times Mercedes messed up, where she like jumped off the rope and like didn't even fly, or just she just does not seem like the same Mercedes that left WWE. I think she's way out of her league, and she's rusty, and
Right.
I know Chris, everybody loves her, and that's fine, but I just don't think that she's anything to have 2 titles over.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Stop disrespecting the CEO. Chris, what did she do CEO? Have we figured this out? No,
She's a CEO. She's just a CEO.
Of what?
She's a CEO.
Okay.
She's just the CEO. She's a CEO, bro. Come on. Do better.
Sorry.
Do better. Stop disrespecting your CEO. What's wrong with you, buddy? Come on. All right. So Mercedes Moné does pick up the W like we ever thought she wouldn't. I mean, come on. Come on.
She did look like she was going to lose that match, I'll tell you that. She was getting thrown around that ring like a rag doll.
I can't with you. You know what? You're a mess, buddy. You're an absolute mess. All right. We got the Young Bucks private party, Stokely Hathaway backstage segment. Young Bucks back there talking. They're giving props to Private Party. Private Party does want a rematch. Young Bucks giving the old Hulk Hogan. That doesn't work for me, brother, which I thought was a fantastic touch. And Stokely's coming in saying, hey, man, come on. I'm here.
Steve, I'm not drunk. I'm a realist. I watch the product. I don't just guess on these wrestlers. So when you watch a product and you see somebody try to like slingboard off the top of a rope and she like doesn't even get halfway across and falls, yeah, you know when the person's not doing that well.
All right. So what do you think? Private Party, Young Bucks 3?
I'm so sick of these guys.
I mean, Private Party's got to win it this time around whenever it does happen.
I'm just so sick of seeing the Young Bucks. Like, they're not the same Young Bucks as they came in.
You don't like seeing anything or anybody, though.
Well, because it's like these guys were good at one point. Like, they were a Hardy Boys style, and not they're just not anymore. What's going on, Nico? Why did Lance look like a T-Bone? Drew McIntyre.
Jeez Louise. I didn't even know that was Lance Archer, dude. I really didn't.
No, because they're trying to change him up.
Oh, jeez. It was pretty rough looking. I don't know what the hell they had going on there. The Elite did have a message for Kenny Omega. It is Kenny Omega's birthday, and they brought out a little cake. Happy birthday, Kenny. And then said how they beat the crap out of him and spilled his guts everywhere, and then went and just spilled a bunch of guts on a birthday cake. Something? Yeah, no, it was.
Is this guy ever going to come back? Like, what's wrong with him? Like,
he's hurt.
Is he hurt? Or
he's got some medical stuff.
Problem?
Yeah, I think he's still having the diverticulitis issues, and I mean, he was pretty banged up, man. It was pretty bad. Guy was basically wrestling with,
I know. You're right, Jeff.
Body hurt.
You're right. Matthew's wearing pearls like he's getting off the Titanic or something. This guy is more of a Fruit Loop than anybody.
I'm sorry, a what?
A Fruit Loop.
What?
It's a Fruit Loop. He's wearing pearls. What other wrestler you know is wearing pearls?
I don't think that's appropriate right now.
A Fruit Loop?
Yeah, I don't think that's.
Buddy, I'm sorry. I'm just calling it that as it is.
We're gonna move on from that. We don't condone this type of behavior that Vince says at UPR. This is
Okay.
totally on Vince right now at this point. Jeez, man. We're gonna go ahead and get to your favorites are back, the Young Bucks and Okada against Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, and Rocky Romero, part of the conglomeration. What do you think of this match, Vince?
I just thought it was chaos, like it always is. The referee's not even paying attention. He's not even counting. The guys are flipping outside. They're just out of control.
Oh, Z says Swerve has pearls, actually.
Where? I think you're looking at the wrong Swerve, because I've never seen Swerve wear pearls unless it's like when he first came in. I could be wrong, but I've never seen him wear pearls.
Yeah, I don't know much about that.
Is that like the new thing for everybody, wearing pearls? Like it makes you feel like more of a man? Because to me, I look at it like more of a female to me.
I mean, I've never worn pearls before.
I've never seen a real actual man, like a manly man, that's an actual wear pearls. Us real men don't do that. If you're a little, you do that. It's fine. I got no judgment.
We're gonna go ahead and cut.
Stop being so worried about what I say. I mean, for God's sakes. I mean, this is America, right? So if I offend you, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to offend you. It's just the way it is. Are we gonna beat around the bush, or are we gonna talk about it? Come on, let's talk about it. You're gonna wear pearls. You're gonna get made fun of. Women wear pearls, not men. Men get their nails done, but I think that's a little girlish. So let's keep it going.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, Swerve. Right. He's a little out there too.
That's an interesting concept. All right, what's going on, Diggs? How are you doing, buddy?
Shit. You'll never see me wear a pearl necklace. Man. Okay, Chris. The difference between getting your nails done and get your nails done with paint. If you get your nails done, that's fine, because that's a men manicure. But if you're over there getting clear coat and paint on them, that's a little too much.
So, I mean,
yeah, pedicures are relaxing. I get pedicures all the time, but I'm not getting my toenails painted.
Different strokes, different folks, man.
Hey, do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. I'm not going to judge. Live your life.
A UCE
shirt.
No, it's UCF.
UCF. This guy. What's going on with this guy? Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry to hear that, Chris.
Anyways, so back to this match.
Do I get a car wash without getting a wax? Yeah, I do. You know why? Because it costs too much to get waxed. But where do you go get a car wash to get waxed? And don't say you take your car to one of those drive-through car washes, because that does more damage to your car than anything. You want what?
Okay, we don't need all that.
Yeah, Mr. Wash. There you go.
We don't need all that. We're gonna go ahead and we're going to move on to jeez Louise, guys. So this match ends up in a no contest. The Blackpool Combat Club comes out and attacks a ton of the AEW locker room. We're just getting guys that are just popping up, showing up at this point. Blackpool Combat Club is on a mission at this point. I don't know if they think they're the new NWO or the new DX or what it is, but they're just running roughshod at this point. And I just don't know where they go. What is the next storyline for them? What is it that makes sense with the Blackpool Combat Club right now? Because not a whole lot that they're doing besides just causing havoc and issues and beating the crap out of everybody. I mean, Marina Shafir at this point, does she even say anything? What does she do? I haven't seen this woman wrestle in like a year. Am I crazy here?
No, you're not. You're not crazy. She turned into like a China of AEW. That's what she turned into. Like she's some kind of like, she probably weighs about 98 pounds wet, and she's over here throwing away. She's over here throwing men around that weigh 150, 200 pounds. But what's the story, AEW? I mean, do you really think this woman is tough? Because if you think that, I'm very sorry to say it. She doesn't look tough to me.
She's got an attractive thing about her.
Attractive?
I
Where?
find her attractive.
She's atrocious.
You don't think she's attractive? I think
no. I don't want a girl that can kick my ass.
I think there's something attractive about that. Come on.
Well, that's for you then. Go ahead.
Come on, what? Come on, dude. It's Marina Shafir, bro. She's
right.
an MMA fighter.
Obviously.
She's got a little bit of that background in her. Exactly. Yeah. Marina is cute. Absolutely is.
Of course, you guys are gonna think she's cute. Yeah.
What's wrong with her?
You probably. What's the other girl's name? The girl that's the big girl that not Naya, not the crosser. What do you call her?
All right, we're not going where I think you're going.
I'm just saying you might think
we're not going where I think you're going.
I think you guys think she's good looking too, but I'm not going to go there.
So that's good. We're going to leave that there. We do need an explanation on why she's with Jon Moxley. I still don't really understand that. I don't know where this came from. Do we even know? Low key cute. I don't know, bro. I think it's more than low key.
There you go. Here's one for you.
No, we're not putting that on there. We're not coming up. Nope.
Why? It's true.
No, it's not true.
Oh my God. Hey, what? UPR is so sensitive now. Jeez. We should call it sensitive PR.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you guys. I mean, you and your women of choice. Holy moly.
Hold on. Our women of choice. Vince.
Who?
No one. We all like different types and flavors.
Yeah, you guys like more manly men, and that's fine. I mean, you probably what's CEO's bodyguard name? What's her name?
Camille.
Yeah, you probably think she's good looking too.
Absolutely do.
I know you do. You thought China was good looking too? Yeah, you did with that smile, with that smirk on your face. Man, you must love girls with big muscles.
I did not think. I was personally not a China. I didn't think she was. I did not think China was attractive, but
I mean, all these girls are falling in the line with China.
Yeah. I disagree with that. I think Camille is on a very different level than China.
Yeah, she looks just like what's the other girl in WWE that looks like a man too? Braun Strowman's girl. What's her name? She's good.
Raquel Rodriguez?
Yeah, because she's like this. She walks around like this.
I don't think she looks like a man. I'm so confused on why you think Vince, I'm so confused why you think these women look like men. Vince.
You look like men. What do you mean? They're not Thunder Rosa. They're not Britt Baker.
I don't make fun of the women that you're attracted to.
I'm not making.
So why are you making fun of the women that I'm attracted to?
I'm not. I just.
But you are, and you know what? I've seen some of the women that you're attracted to. I'm not attracted to them. I could say a lot of these same things you're saying.
Yep. Keep it going, Steve. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Oh boy.
She's good looking after drinking, a couple shots of Patron and a bottle of Moscow Mule.
Vince.
Okay, Jeff.
I don't want to execute Order 66.
Jeff has a question.
But you're going to make me do it.
What about Sonya Deville? I'm not going to lie. I think
Sonya Deville is very attractive. I
think she's cute. I do. I think Sonya Deville has more of a feminine side to her. So yeah, I think she's attractive. I'm more of a Thunder Rosa kind of girl. I like,
Here we go. This guy dates a Latino at one point in his life, and all of a sudden it's every
one. I've dated more than
Latinos
one
in the world.
More than one, multiple.
I see you. I see what you're doing.
I'm getting in trouble over here. I'm getting in
you
trouble.
should be. You should
getting
be.
in trouble by the executive.
That's it.
I gotta
Vince,
shut up. Let's move off from this subject.
Vince
is
Vince
We're
likes women that are spicy.
a little spicy
what it
tonight.
is.
Let's move on from this topic here.
You're such a clown.
Let's move on because I'm getting in trouble. I'm not trying to get thrown off here.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
BCC attacking some of the AEW locker room. So here's where I'm confused about the situation. So we see the BCC attacking everybody in the ring after a match, and then 2 or 3 segments and another match goes by, and then they're in the backstage beating shit out of everybody else, and the same goofballs that got beat up in the ring, evil Uno and all the other crazy bastards. Now they're in the back getting their asses beat up, getting blown away with these other guys. I mean, what's the story here? I mean, there's a truck waiting for them, and Evil Dose is running after him. I mean, this guy can lose a couple pounds. I mean, what's the story here?
What's the story with who? With what? With what?
I mean, why? Here's where I don't understand AEW. Why do we see multiple people all the time on the? You see Murray, the remarkable Renee Paquette about 97,000 times. Okay, it's like she's the only person in the backstage who can interview somebody. You can't do like WWE does and just cut to them and they start talking. You have to see John Moxley about 57,000 times. The Young Bucks come on about 4 or 5 times. I mean, this roster is so. Go on AEWroster.com. See how big this effing roster is. And then you have the same bozos over and over and over again on the damn TV. It's ridiculous. I mean, for God's sakes, Tony, come on. Give me some action here. Why do I got to watch 2 segments of the same people getting their ass beat, one in the ring and one outside the arena? What is that about? It's stupid. I can't with this show. I like watching it. I can't with this. It's a bunch of horse shit.
It's a bunch of poppycock.
And fucking Renee Paquette. How many times are you going to put this lady on the fucking TV?
As many times as they want.
Tony I know. It's ridiculous. I think it's nonsense.
It's nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
How many times did you see fucking Mean Gene Okerlund on WCW? Maybe once, maybe twice. They don't.
I always like seeing Mean Gene though. It was always fun.
But it wasn't match. All right, Mean Gene, match. All right, Mean Gene. That's what it is at AEW. It's like match, back and forth with the fucking promos. It's like, you wasting my time over here.
All right, let's go ahead and let's move on. We had Shelton Benjamin against Lio Rush. I actually thought this was a fun match. This is a fun match, and it was fun to see Shelton Benjamin throw around Lio Rush. I think this is the fun part about when people wrestle Lio Rush is that you have the ability to really kind of dominate and throw him around and make it really interesting. I don't know what the heck is going on there.
What the hell is going on?
It's an amused floating iceberg.
Mean Gene was not all over the place like Renee.
He was out there a lot, dude.
He was out there, but it wasn't every segment like they're doing now.
He was out there a lot.
Justify a paycheck. You make it seem like they need to pay this woman like $1 billion. She ain't that damn good. I tell you that right now.
I would imagine that they're paying her pretty healthy.
For what?
Let's look up.
Yeah. Can we talk
how
about
they
this?
said Lio Rush is 173 pounds. All right.
There ain't no way that man's 100. If he's 173 pounds, I'm 115.
What's his name?
You know damn well that's not true.
Who is I'm confused. Who is okay? Nothing. Go ahead, Vince. Go ahead.
I want to know what you're talking about. Who is what?
I'm trying to look up Renee Paquette's her contract and see.
All right, so we're at the Shelton Benjamin versus Lio Rush. We see the gorgeous Layla Gray come out with Lio Rush. This woman, you want to talk about a woman? This is a woman. Okay, I've worked with this lady a couple times here in Central Florida. She's an Orlando native, and I tell you what, she is one foxy lady that comes out with Lio Rush.
So,
but with
so
this match,
I have right here 3 years as a talent and 3 years as a producer. She has 2 different contracts with AEW. So I'm going to imagine that she's probably making north of $500,000 a year.
sad. That's what's sad.
I mean, I don't have details on money at this point, but I can't imagine that she's getting anything less than that.
You know how much harder I work on that lady, and she's making more money than I am. I will put her under the table working, and she's making more money than
I mean, she's killing it. I mean, but
I
she
don't know
should.
I don't know what she's killing. She's killing time is what she's really doing. She ain't killing nothing on TV, I'll tell you that. She might be killing her eyesight. She ain't killing no interviews, though.
Oh, man.
So, Shelton Benjamin, Lio Rush. This match was actually not bad. As much as I do not want to see Lio Rush, because I just don't. I don't think he is that entertaining. All I think he does is flips. I don't think he actually knows how to actually wrestle a match. Shelton Benjamin now is an action. He actually wrestled in college and high school, so he has that format down. And he did launch. He really did launch Lio Rush into the second row. I mean, that was pretty impressive. And it's not even it's not even like he takes him and follows through with him. He launches him and lets him go like he's some kind of banana. I mean, it flies. He actually flew like Superman. I'm not even gonna lie. It actually was a great match, and I'm really looking forward to see where this goes with the so-called it's not the Hurt Business. What do they call themselves now?
I don't think they actually have a name right now.
Mad Dog, they do. Mad Dog, what's the name, Mad Dog?
The Hurt Syndicate.
There you go.
Syndicate. Yeah, I knew that. I knew they had a match. I knew they had a name. But we're gonna see where they're gonna take this.
Jeez Louise, buddy. Jeez Louise.
She's probably at work texting me. What are we talking about?
Anyway, Shelton Benjamin does come out on top here.
There is way too many factions. There's way too many titles. There's way too many interviews. There's a lot of things that can change with AEW that I feel like would be for the best. But they're not going to listen to us. They're going to keep putting on shitty product, and we're going to keep watching the shitty show, and then we're going to have every once in a while a great match, and we're going to talk about it.
All right, so we get the Don Callis family doing their little press release, and we were even commenting how they look like the rip-off 3-man band out there. I mean, what was going on? This just visually came off pretty poorly. What was this?
What's going on is they have no more trust in Lance Archer, and knowing that the guy could actually be like a dominant force. Lance Archer is their Braun Strowman in AEW, but they don't use him in the right direction. And then they pair him with Jake the Snake Roberts, which I really don't understand what that is. I mean, the guy is a legend, but what is the comparison there with these two is just not there for me. So then you change him to look like just like Chris said, Nico said it. Timu Drew McIntyre is what he said. And I agree. He looked. I didn't even notice him. He looked totally different. I would have never pictured him as Lance Archer if he didn't play him out. And the Don Callis family. This is getting old. This is just like Chris Jericho's faction. What was it called that when they first started?
Which one?
The main one that Chris Jericho had. Remember, it went on forever, and they broke up. They got back together. Sammy Guevara.
I'm sorry. The Inner Circle.
Yeah, it's getting like that. It really is. It's getting a little old.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll chalk this up. This was just for the sake of having a segment.
I have to answer this question. Chris says interviews are important to character development when there is no TV time. Chris, let me answer this question for you. There is TV time, but they tend to waste it. They waste it on the Young Bucks, putting them on 3 times. They waste it on stupid segments like let's beat up the guys in the backstage area. Let's put Renee Paquette on there 19 times. There is plenty of time. They just don't use their time right. They waste their time. And then Tony Khan pulls out his checkbook and goes, well, I wasted my time for the last hour. We're going to go over 15, 20 minutes, and I'm going to pay you guys $200,000 for that time. What an idiot. Go on.
Yeah.
Go on, Dan.
I don't know. You know, there's a lot of very interesting things that are going on right now. They do have a lot of fat to trim, and I think they're doing that as they acquire more talent. But what's going on is this Don Callis family. Don Callis is probably the best heel right now in AEW, and he has his group going, and it makes a ton of sense for Takeshita because Takeshita really can't speak English. So it makes sense to have a mouthpiece for him. But, you know, Kyle Fletcher's a talent. And beyond that, whoever else is in this family right now, I don't really see them going anywhere.
No, I don't. I don't see them going anywhere either. I don't even understand why Don Callis comes out and puts his 2 cents in. You know what Don Callis reminds me of? Who's that guy that was coming out that when it first started when they were in Jacksonville? He was part of the UFC or something. He had like the blonde hair.
Dan Lambert.
That's who he reminds me of. He's like Dan Lambert. He comes out. He's a nuisance to AEW. He thinks that people want to see him on TV and they want to hear him talk, but realistically, we don't give 2 shits what he has to say.
I hear you.
All right, where are we at?
So let's go ahead. We got the Mariah. Geez, why is this comment still up? All right. And we got the why is this back up? What? Stop! Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything. All right. So we got Mariah May and Anna Jay. So Mariah May, I thought this was actually a pretty fun promo that she cut. There's no talent for her. There's nothing going on. No one's stepping up. She's run through it all. She was awesome. I mean, I got to give her that. She was awesome on the segment. And Anna Jay did come to answer the challenge. We will see what ends up happening. If this gets to be a drawn-out feud, or if this is just some random fly-by-night kind of deal they're going to do. But this could be interesting. This could be an interesting feud if they book it properly. Are you done? Okay, no comment, I guess.
I don't see her. I really don't see the point of having her as champion. I think she's very boring.
All right, so now we have in 2 weeks AEW Fright Night. Shelton Benjamin against Swerve Strickland.
Again,
are you looking forward to this?
No, because there's no build up to it.
Well, I mean, we're probably going to get Bobby Lashley here.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is there's no build up. It's like AEW goes, all right, in 2 weeks we're going to have a card called Frozen Hell Over, and we're going to have Don Callis taking on Adam Lambert. It's like they pick 2 random people.
Dan Lambert.
Whatever. They pick 2 people and go, let's go. There's no build up. That like, you know, okay.
I think they've been kind of building this up. I don't know
what you're talking about. They saw Swerve one time in the back and they said, here's my card.
Well, no, there's a couple.
That's the build up.
They've had a couple little, you know,
It's nothing. It's nothing to throw a stick.
They
at.
had their thing at WrestleDream too. I mean, tonight they had some words. What?
You know what a story is when they build it? It's a month or two. It's not.
Yeah, but
not
they
a
don't
couple
have
of
this
weeks.
time when they're trying to introduce Lashley.
Okay,
They don't
but
have the
here's the
time
thing.
to keep. They're building it now.
I
They're building
understand that,
this.
but what does Swerve have to do with Lashley? What does Swerve have to do with Lashley?
That's what they want to do. They want to throw this together. They want to.
That's what they do. They throw things together. They don't promote nothing.
But what it's coming down to is it's Swerve and MVP that have the history.
So if Swerve and MVP have the history, put these two guys in them. Tell MVP put his cane away and get in the ring.
Yeah, well, no one really wants to see that.
Well, you just said that's the history.
But there's history between them. So
between
MVP
them two, yes.
is a manager. Shelton Benjamin is one of the guys that he manages. Bobby Lashley is one of the other guys he manages. You're going to bring in Bobby Lashley. He's going to feud with Swerve. That's a great first feud.
I'm not saying it isn't, but what I'm saying is, why does he have to come and interfere in this match to potentially?
Well, we don't know that that's what's going to happen. We're just assuming that's what's going to happen.
We're assuming, but
guessing.
I'm pretty sure if you betted and me betted, I think we would be pretty close. MLW, what are we talking about?
All right, so let's go ahead and MLW. I guess they. All right. So Ricochet issues an open challenge for Collision. He still has not been defeated yet. He still has not been pinned, not beaten.
This guy's a joke. He comes on. He comes over to AEW, and it's like they got nothing for this guy, nothing at all. And he's one of the hottest talents to come out of WWE, and they have nothing for him. Nothing.
I mean, they've booked him pretty strong and solid.
Okay, but here we are. Maybe almost 2 months out of when he debuted, and he supposedly has ran through everybody, and now he's opening a Ricochet open challenge. So if he's done well, why are we now opening challenges to this man? That's my question.
I don't know. I know. I can't believe it either. Tony Storm is getting the other. There's something wrong with you.
Tony, what? I didn't complain about Tony. I miss Tony Storm. I miss him because
bookmark this segment, and I want you to clip it.
Ryan May is not doing it for me. She's not. Tony Storm. As much as I complain about Tony Storm, please come back.
All right, so we're gonna go to the main event. We got Jay White against Christian Cage. What'd you think?
What a joke.
So, fun match. We did go 10 minutes over from 10 o'clock. It seems like they are leading towards this Jay White Hangman rivalry at this point. And I don't know why, but this is the direction they're going.
Jeff,
Hangman
totally
did end up costing Jay White the match.
Totally right about that. They could have had a great pay-per-view match, and they messed it up by putting it on.
I agree with that. I do
Absolutely.
agree with that. I do.
Listen, here's your problem, okay? AEW doesn't know how to put a great main event on, okay? For Dynamite. They picked Jay White against 97-year-old Christian Cage that can barely move. He got retired. He come out of retirement, and it's like he's like a stick pretzel. He can't move as well as he did, and I don't blame the guy. But you know, if you had back problems and neck problems, would you jeopardize your life to get back into something you love, or would you just take the W and go, "Cool, I had my run. I'm still going to get paid, and I'm going to be able to relax"? No, this guy wants to paralyze himself. Go ahead, do it.
I'm with you. Okay, sure. So Christian Cage ends up coming out victorious here. You know, he's still holding on to this contract. He will eventually become the world champion at some point. I don't know when.
Who, Christian Cage?
Yeah, he still has this open contract, kind of like this Money in the Bank style contract.
I do hope that does not happen.
I mean, it looks inevitable at this point.
I understand that, but I don't think the man can go. I don't think the man could hold a title for a long period of time because of the way that they're booking him. Like that. Why do you think you don't see Christian Cage but maybe once every other month? Because he can't wrestle like that.
Well, we'll see what they ultimately decide to do with this contract, but it is sitting on him right now. And it seems to kind of, I don't know if it's been forgotten, but maybe it's just not as prevalent and they're not attempting it like they were before. Maybe that's because Mox has it right now. And he was just in that feud with Danielson. All right. So we do get news after the show is about to go off the air that Anna Jay will go against Mariah May in a title eliminator match at Battle of the Belts this weekend.
There's a Battle of the Belts this weekend?
There is a Battle of the Belts this weekend.
What is this one? 49?
I think it's 872.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
Yeah. So
is this before or after Collision's 3-hour show?
I would imagine after.
Okay. So it's going to be a 6
2 hours.
show.
2 hours, 2 hours Collision.
So 2 hour Collision, 2 hour Belts, or is it 3
I
hours?
think Battle of the Belts is 1 hour.
Jesus.
I think. We'll see. I don't know. But there's that. So hey, cool. Congratulations. That is Dynamite tonight, guys. And you know what that means? It is time for the news.
Hey guys, what's up?
What's going
Hey
on?
guys, how you doing?
How are you?
What's going on?
Good. Preparing for Comic-Con. There's a lot going on this week in New York, so I've been doing that. Yeah. I'm hoping to meet a couple wrestlers on Sunday. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Right. Anyway, so this week, in the news of professional wrestling, we have Kevin Owens is close to a deal, signing a new contract according to Wrestling Votes. I'm not sure if you guys have seen any, WWE as of lately. I know you guys are really busy, but Kevin Owens did.
I watched the promo he did.
Right. He turned heel after Bad Blood. I said last week on our news segment, first things first as well. Hopefully Cactus Catie gets better. She texted me earlier. I was like, oh my gosh, I hope you get well. And hopefully she, gets the care she needs there at the hospital. And hopefully she gets better. I just want to thoughts and prayers with her right now. Anyway, going back to what I said, KO turns heel on Cody. Apparently, WWE thought it was a great idea to basically have this filmed, I guess, after Bad Blood happened, and fans recorded it. And I don't know. I personally think it's silly, but whatever, they did it. It's now a thing. He's now a heel, and he's now working with WWE, get a new contract. Reports say the finish at the All In, AEW All In World Title match came about because Swerve Strickland, sorry, I couldn't say it there, my words here. Anyway, right, insisted on tapping out to Bryan Danielson rather than passing out or anything else. As you guys know from Saturday's match, Danielson passed out from Jon Moxley, who is now world champion. Okay, so this next one, I'm gonna actually say it this time. Uncle Dave Meltzer put a report out a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I'm gonna say this one because it was wrong. The Rock himself, the great one, the final boss, as everybody calls him, actually went to Instagram because I think one of the ESPN reporter guys said, "Is it true you're not going to go to Mania?" And he goes, "Don't believe in any of the rumors." So The Rock might work the show now. And if that happens, that's going to be freaking awesome. Okay, moving on. Bryan Danielson specifically wanted to lose to Moxley to end his championship run and to end his full-time career. Those two have had a great history with one another. They had, like you guys said, Blackpool Combat Club. They've had, matches within WWE. these guys kind of grew up on the indies together. I actually read about it in Moxley's book. So yeah, so I can see why Danielson wanted it, to end it this way. And congrats to him, man. He had a great, wrestling career. I mean, one of the best. So you guys were talking about Bobby Lashley. I want to get into this real quick. Lashley not debuting at the WrestleDream was because they felt like there was already too much going on with the whole new Moxley faction, and they also felt like there was a lot going on with all the other storylines. So they felt Lashley, how can I say this properly? I guess they felt Lashley was going to be too much, right? It was going to be too much for for storyline. They really wanted to focus on Moxley and winning the title, so that's why they didn't bring him out. You guys just talked about how Lashley might be coming at the that Fright Dynamite thing they're doing in a couple weeks. Anyway, PWN heard that Daniel Garcia's new contract is 3 years and it's a lot more money. And there was another report earlier today, I think, I forget who it was from, doesn't matter, said that WWE wanted him, but then AEW wanted a lot, apparently paid him a lot more. So, and then the final thing I have here just broke today, and this is kind of crazy because there's a whole real divorce battle, but now it's not a divorce battle, and apparently now there's some sort of custody thing where they get shared custody. Nikki Garcia, which is Nikki Bella, as you guys know, and her still, I guess, husband, you could say, Artem Khrushchev, I think this is how you say it. I think he's, from Dancing with the Stars. Apparently, he wants to reconcile with her. She doesn't. She wants to file for a divorce. They had about a month ago, I think it was a month ago, they had some sort of dispute at the house. And today a judge ruled that they get shared custody of their kids. And apparently, she wants to go through. He doesn't. And yeah, it's gonna be something really interesting. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for this because Us Weekly reported it this morning, and it's being talked about a lot within the wrestling community. So keep posted on that, and that's all I have for this week. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Mad Dog, for the news. Always beneficial and informational. We will see you next week, my friend. Guys, anything you want to say before we have to go?
Yeah, hopefully New York Comic Con this weekend. Hopefully I meet a couple of wrestlers. I'm excited. I think they're going to have Sergeant Slaughter there. Jake the Snake's going to be there. I think Rikishi's going to be there. Mandy Rose is going to be there, but I'm going on Sunday. She's only going Saturday, so I'm kind of upset about that, but it happens. But I think Booker T is also going to be there, so maybe I'll meet him. Who knows? We'll see.
I'm sure you'll have a good time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right, guys.
See you, Mad Dog. Thank you. We're going to be getting out of here, guys. Catch us next Wednesday night. We will be trying to get on right around 10. So, and hopefully Cactus Catie will make her triumphant return. Until then, I'm Dan the Man, Venomous Vincent, and the news guy, Mad Dog Matt Kelly.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.